It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe.
Nice intro,
show.
Guys.
I know they must be a little happy. We have been very busy today. There's stuff you don't even know about yesterday. There's stuff I didn't even know.
There's stuff
about.
you and I just not even on the same page.
Pages, man. Wow, what are you doing to me?
You know, we don't even have time to talk. You plan, I plan, and then we got to figure this all out.
We got a lot of exciting stuff.
We got a lot of things we got to figure out.
Happening. Apparently, we're going to do some film work and production at the FAU Theater on October 7th.
Pretty exciting.
And that's official. 2,400 seat capacity there.
We're going to be doing a pay-per-view.
We're going to be doing pay-per-view and pay on demand, and we're going to see how we're going to work this whole thing out. I have no idea of what this place even is, but we're going to be doing.
The auditorium is where I used to go for services for Temple. It's the only time I've been there.
The seat with your name on it is still there.
Way up in the rafters.
And we're also going to be going down to Gulfstream.
Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend, we are going to be filming Gypsy Nation down there with our friend Chochi. Ring. So we're going to be taking care of that as well. And then we have some exciting news happening at the Movies of Del Rey. We're going to start pumping that out as well. Some of the shows are going to be doing up there. I got about 10. My phone has not stopped ringing.
I see that.
I'm going to invite all the ladies to go up there and check it out.
I'm thinking I'm going to go this weekend to Movies of Del Rey to see a movie. You know, we had that meeting yesterday, and they've got all these amazing movies.
Which one are you going to go see? Barbie?
No, I don't think I'm going to see Barbie. I don't know.
You ain't seen Barbie?
I have to see what's out.
No, don't see it. No, don't go.
I have to see. I had a whole long conversation with Ashley's mom last night about Barbie movie. And her take on it was a lot like yours, that women can be anything, and women should be anything and everything they want to be. However, we should not male bash. And she felt there was a whole lot of male bashing going on.
And that was some of the problems. The other thing is the psychological disadvantage that it poses because of sometimes too much truth is hurtful. And we don't like, I don't have a daughter, but if I had a daughter, I would say, you know what, honey, you don't need to go see this movie because in my world, you are my Barbie. And you will always be my Barbie. You could be anything you want to be.
It's true.
And I walked out of this movie theater and there was a girl crying hysterically. I didn't know her from Adam. Some of the people I know around me were crying hysterically as well. I don't go to the movies for that. At least not that aspect.
But I think the message, we keep talking about it, the message is strong, but check it out. People like it for a variety of reasons, but overwhelmingly I've been told it is not a movie for little girls.
I'm going to be there Saturday night. Check it out. I'm going to go see Oppenheimer. Bopper.
Nice.
I'm going to see the explosions.
I might go see The Sound of Freedom.
Oh, that's my next movie. You know, you and me.
That's what I have you.
Bring a lot of Kleenex.
That's what I heard. That with you. I think, and Rochelle said she's going to have it there for the next 6 months because the more she plays it, okay, I'll go see Sound of Freedom. There's all kinds of.
The plug, you got to push it in. It's loose before we have a fire. Now the other thing is, this is a rumor, so don't tell nobody. Jesus Christ Superstar is going to play at the Movies of Del Rey. She's trying to get it all synchronized. I want to do a red carpet if it comes out.
I know.
That is my brother's #1, may he rest in peace, movie of all time. Do you guys ever watch Jesus Christ Superstar from In the Day? Oh, you got it.
There's a lot
You
of
gotta
there's
see
a lot
it.
of head nodding. Yes.
You got to see it as the best thing, but I want to celebrate it like we did with West Side Story. We had like
But I want to
200
go
people.
bigger. I talked to Kim and Ray about it yesterday. I've got some ideas.
We had
I
a lot
want
of
to do
people
like
come
a
out for that.
Rocky Horror, but for Jesus Christ Superstar, and
I-
put a live band in front of it, and just
Well, yeah.
you know, and bring the music forward and put the movie behind it, and just do
You
a
wanna do
whole
all that?
sensory, yeah, without the paraphernalia.
Yeah, because they don't want to mess up the theater. Otherwise, you're going to have to clean the theater.
No.
I was in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and when I went to NYU, they had me holding the umbrella. I told you. I got hit and pelted with wet toilet paper. I really had a great time.
No, but there's a lot of great events, and I'm really glad that we're getting through summer. And we've got another event on August 10th coming up. It's Expressions of Life at the brand new Sunscape Boca Raton. It is a new senior living facility for assisted living and memory care. They should be opening up probably the next month. They're not even open yet.
Not even open.
It's magnificent. The event is next Thursday, August 10th from 5:30 to 8, and it's in partnership with the Walk to End Alzheimer's to benefit Boca Festival Day. So all ticket sales at tinyurl/Expressions of Life go back to Walk to End Alzheimer's. So that's the ticket sales. We have 14 artists coming in, and all of that artwork is for sale as well. We've got the amazing J.C. Drazen going to sing, Megan Folk is going to be singing, there's going to be food and wine and music. We've got all of our night shows that are going live on True Oldies as well from the side room.
Facility, yeah.
From the neighbor room, and all the artists, a lot from here, Lola and Sally and Jay, and a lot of our friends and family, about bringing the community together, because it's not season here, but you know what, for those of us that live here all time and celebrate Boca, it's a time to celebrate the community, and Alzheimer's affects everybody. Somewhere, somehow, your life has been touched by Alzheimer's. So it's a great cause, a beautiful facility, and you call her Yonkers, but Lori Rolat is incredible, and this all came through Senior Strategies, which is a show that airs here on Tuesday evenings about bringing resources forward to our senior community and their caregivers, and that's fantastic with Amy and Shane. That'll be airing on next Tuesday at 5:30.
That's August 10th.
August 10th, next
And
Thursday.
then what's happening August 11th?
August, oh, okay, I thought you meant the thing for Lynn.
No, that's,
Okay.
oh, what time, when is that?
That
That's
is
August 12th.
that is TBT, TBD.
Yes.
So we're
if
going
you
to keep
haven't-
everyone abreast of that
For
as
those
well.
of you who haven't heard, our good friend Lynn Everard passed away last night. He was the pioneer that opened up spiritual life in our life 6 years ago when we first met him. He will be sorely, sorely missed, and we want to have a thing for him. Is it the 12th?
It'll be the 12th, but we'll give you some information as the details fall out.
being
Saturday,
worked on
the
at the
12th,
moment.
someplace, maybe here, but
I think you remember seeing Lynn, no?
who, Lenore?
Lenore? Yes. Yeah, you remember meeting Lynn, right? He
So an
passed away
amazing
on us.
man, 5 o'clock this morning, and a whole team around him. But as Jay Farrar said, Lynn only expressed his whole life to feel loved. And he said, at his passing, the last thing he said when Jay said, "You know you're loved," he said, "I know."
Yeah,
So
it's a
that
tough
was
one.
his.
That's a tough
Yeah.
thing to wake up to this morning.
So we'll give you
um,
more information on that. We're going to get into all that's going on here. There's Beauty, Bubbles, and Bling on August 11th. But a lot of
that's the
stuff
3
happening
Bs.
around.
You know that, right?
Do you know
Life is all about the 3 Bs.
these 3 Bs? When my kids went to high school,
Those are the only Bs I know.
when the girls went to high school, dress code was no Bs allowed to show.
No bling?
And Bling wasn't one of them.
What does that say?
This is Bling, but when the kids were in high school, it was no Bs were allowed to show for dress code.
No Bs? Oh, that Bs. Oh.
Those Bs, yeah.
Oh, yeah, but that's
Those
not what I'm
Bs.
talking about.
How do you like giving a dress code out to the girls? No Bs allowed
And
to
the
show.
skirt had to be like
Below the Bs.
not below the Bs, below
Above
the
the knees and below the Bs.
Yeah, and I must have gone to high school with every girl that didn't listen to any of that.
And you would think we're so unscripted, is all I can tell you.
I sometimes don't even know what the hell you're talking about. I'm talking about these Bs.
I know. And actually, we met Bonnie. I haven't met Bonnie until today, but I've been talking to Bonnie
I know Bonnie.
through Amazing Grace.
I know Bonnie. Bonnie, I met you 6 years ago. No, I met you 12 years ago.
You did.
You knew a gentleman by the name of David Levy. You remember David Levy?
And Paul?
Paul wasn't with me at the time. It was just David. He interviewed you on some kind of,
He was an attorney, correct?
well, David was doing the senior thing, where he was working with seniors and stuff. And for some reason, somehow, I remember you being interviewed with him. It'll come to me. In this business, the world is smaller than that. and people have walked in here. We had the Gypsy Nation gentleman was in here, and he came with his wife. And I asked him the night before, at 1 o'clock in the morning, we were working the deal. I said, bring your wife, and I met her. She grew up in the same building that my sister lives right now at Liney Laurel Hill Terrace. She was on the 4th floor. And she's looking at me, and I'm looking at her, and she says, I know you. I mean, the world is this big. There's a lot of people we know. We've done over 7,000 interviews on the cafe.
We've known Lenore for, I don't even know how many years, 5 maybe? 4? Before COVID, yeah. It's been a long time. And Lenore just reinvents herself over and over again, which is amazing.
Gotta keep pivoting.
How she does it. You don't pivot, you just keep growing and reinventing.
You just keep
Right.
making it better and better. As
Lenore Nolan Ryan, everyone knows Lenore. Whether it's called Lenore's Place or
Grapes,
you had it as catering, you have, I mean, so many things that you've had.
Whatever you want, baby, I got it.
She does it so well.
All right, so Bonnie, give us some information on Beauty Bubbles and Bling.
Well, it's just going to be a fabulous event next week Friday, and I'm so happy that I'm being able to have it at Lenore's Place. I've got some wonderful vendors coming to give them the opportunity to promote their products and services. But the most important part of the entire event to me is going to be the charity Dress for Success, and we're going to have a very fun program with them called the Power of the Purse. Normally they would want clothes, but they said they had enough clothes for their lovely ladies, so they want purses, and they would ask everyone that's coming to my event to fill them up with cosmetics or toiletry items or gift cards or certificates. And
That's a great idea.
I know it's Joanne Fletcher is the of course the head of the charity.
It's a great, and I'm sitting here looking for the link to buy tickets.
No tickets,
But
free,
it's free to attend.
Free to attend.
Free to attend.
Totally-
Just bring a
Absolutely.
purse.
Totally free to
Is that
attend.
what it is?
Absolutely.
Just bring a
And
purse.
gentlemen are welcome.
And gentlemen are
What?
welcome.
Wait a minute. We got to ring a bell.
I gotta
Finally,
tell you.
At an event that the gentleman can come to.
Jason's going to be there.
He's one of my
You know how
sponsors.
many events we have, and they say men can't come.
And you
And
know
he
how
gets
many I
so
go
upset.
to? All of them.
Good.
I don't care. I wait outside if I have. I've sat in that room waiting for a women's event. I'm going. Can't
Gotta-
keep me
gotta-
out.
You'll never have to wait outside at any one of our events.
Never.
And Lenore has great parking.
And
Yes.
food. Oh my God. Fashion show, live entertainment, fabulous tapas, and lots of bubbles.
Tell me about Posh Productions.
Event
About
planner.
your company.
Event planner for, my gosh, it's got to be 25, 30 years I'm down here.
Mm-hmm.
Just doing everything I possibly can to help in the industry. Of course, my industry went down the tubes thanks to COVID. But I'm back, and
You bounced back
I
very
bounced back,
nicely.
yep. And just this is my first launch on this little event. Hopefully, going to make it bigger and better each month.
You do business promotion.
Marketing,
Corporate events.
sales, but my forte and my passion are trade shows. That's my passion. And that's what
When
I'm
they're
doing.
back, I believe, the large trade shows,
They're
the convention
coming.
center's
They're coming.
back.
Yeah, slowly but surely they're back.
And Broward County's had a great hub for that.
Oh gosh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, things are changing for sure.
Moving forward a little bit, slowly but surely, absolutely.
I used to do trade shows in the home business when they had the home decor.
The home shows, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I used to do these trade shows for a company that I worked for in Miami, and I was so good at it. They sent me to everyone in the country. It was craziness. The amount of work you have to do, but once it goes, it's
Oh my God.
fun. Thousands of people. This is probably why it's slow to come back because COVID and everything, people get sick and they don't wash their hands. But my goodness gracious, those trade shows were. We went to the one for what's her
Stem
name?
cell?
Yep. And you saw how big that thing was.
That was
It
amazing.
was tremendous. It's 3 floors. It was crazy. But this is really exciting. Now, tell me a little bit more about the girls, the ladies are there, the purses of 4.
Yeah,
How is it
you wanna-
helping them?
Joanne, you're with Dress for Success.
Yes, good
Joanne Fletcher.
I'm Joanne Fletcher, the Executive Director for Dress for Success. And our mission is about empowering women to become economically self-sufficient.
Okay.
But it does not mean that men cannot help the women to become economically self-sufficient. So the power of the purse is where we have as you heard Bonnie say, you donate and you put goods in the purse for the women. We suited and dressed over 700 women last year.
Wow.
And this week we're having our teacher appreciation where we're actually suiting teachers for their first day back to school. It started last week. We're in our second week. Last week we suited over 100 teachers who came to the boutique, and we were able to give them dress them from head to toe with the accessories, the outfit, and the purses. And so this will help to continue to support the other women who will be seeing throughout the year. As I said, we try and make sure the woman feels good from the inside out. So it's all about dressing her from the inside out.
How does it work? A teacher comes in, is there a fee for the clothing, or it's all a give?
It's all free. We're a nonprofit. We do not charge a fee. We've invited teachers from Martin County to Broward County to come in and be suited for their first day back to school. So any teacher, principal, or educator can come in. And we started this right after the pandemic because we found that a lot of the teachers were very depressed, many not wanting to go back to school because of the pay. And so we found that we wanted to do something to make them feel appreciated. So we started the teacher appreciation. We started out with probably about 50 teachers. Last year we suited over 150, and this year we will suit well over 200 teachers who will come through because last week it was over 100 already.
So hold on a second. Let me get this right. We actually give our teachers, who, my family, they're all teachers, my sister down to my cousins, we're actually going to do something for the teachers.
Yes.
We're going to take care of the teachers. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, we're taking care of the teachers.
This is like music to my ear.
For free.
Yes.
This
for
is
free.
amazing.
And they can come in. We just ask that they call our number, 561-249-3898, and make an appointment. Today, I know we have already on the books about 30 who are coming in today. So they're coming in every hour. We're booking them. We have about 6 stylists each day who will be there to help to suit them. So we give them an outfit, as I shared, and we have them walk away with a smile. And they're also appreciative. We also have swag bags for them with very nice goodies in them. A lot of the vendors from around supported us, such as Whole Foods, Sam's Club, Costco's. I don't want to start naming because I may forget someone. We had a lot of supporters for this event. And so that's what we're doing. We're trying to help the teachers out. We also invited everyone back on September the 7th to the 9th because we have such an overstock of clothing and items that have been donated. We have what we're calling now clearance, our summer, spring clearance, et cetera. So we're doing that from the September the 7th through the 9th. And at that point, the community can come out and give back by coming to shop. And we take those proceeds to do programs for the women. We not only just do the Power of the Purse, we also have job readiness programs for the women out there.
Really?
Yes.
Where's your store? Where are you located?
We're located in Palm Springs, but we service from Martin County, as I shared, to Broward County. The pandemic was called the year of resignation. Many women left the workforce. Around the world, over 50 million women left the workforce due to the pandemic. So we're helping them to kind of slowly come back into the workforce. Many are changing careers. So we have, as I shared, job readiness programs. We have clothing are either slightly worn that we take or brand new. And last year we were very fortunate. Serena Williams donated an entire warehouse to us. And so we were able to suit many women through her appreciation of what she did for us as well.
How amazing is that?
We should call Ruth and thing.
That's incredible.
Yes.
How did you get involved being the executive director for Dress for Success?
Well, I've been in nonprofit management for well over 20 years, and my passion has always been to empower women or men to help make a difference in the community. And so when I saw the advertisement, it was something of interest to me because it was about empowering and helping women to feel good about themselves. So I feel that that's what our purpose in life is to give back, to serve, and to help others feel good about themselves.
You know how many teachers go out and they buy their supplies for their own classrooms? That used to break my heart. Meanwhile, they're wearing broken sneakers and stuff like that because they wouldn't spend the money on themselves. So we had a company that came in here and they gave us, remember, 12 boxes of supplies. And we used to tell teachers, come on down and pick them up. And they used to come and they used to distribute them into the classrooms, all the works, the art stuff, which was a lot of fun.
When you think about people who, the economy is so bad right now, I mean, we know it just from our crew, right? People are having a hard time with housing and food and looking for jobs. And then you don't have the clothing to go on the interview because you're trying to do this face-to-face first impression. Dress for Success is such an important part of our community to be able to go and get an outfit for that job. And you walk out with a smile, and they've got stylists that help with everything, right? I know there's people that are doing hair and makeup to help women get back out in the workplace.
It's to put the mental aspect in a good place, you know, and if you can do that, man, that just begins on the road to recovery. It's been tough. It's been tough, especially for women in the teacher division and things of that nature. That you want to rebound. You want to do. See, teachers always want to do,
Right.
but if you don't have that confidence or you're not feeling it, it becomes difficult to do it.
Yeah, well, we're also giving out gift cards every 30 minutes to the teachers that way we pull a name
This
so
is
they
really
can help to
cool.
purchase their supplies. So we're giving them different gift cards to like Amazon, Target, different places where they can go and pick up supplies that they may need for the classroom as well.
And for this event, for Beauty, Bubbles, and Bling, you're asking for purses, pocketbooks.
Yes, we're asking for you to bring brand new or slightly worn purses because we can never get enough accessories for the women. We're always out of shoes, we're out of purses because as I shared with you, we suited over 700 women. So imagine trying to get purses. People donate clothing, but not always the purse. And so we also have a program what we call the employment pack, where every woman who comes in, once she finds a job, we give her a gas card and we give her a Publix gift card. Wow. And the purpose of that, we give her $25 gas card. We were giving $50, but the gas went back down, so we give them a $25 gas card for the first 2 weeks of work. We also give them a $25 Publix gift card. And the purpose is because we want them to feel good about their first paycheck and not have to borrow from family members and friends because they don't have gas money to get there or they don't have food for lunch. So we try and take care of their first 2 weeks. So every woman who walks in the door, once she has found employment, we give her an employment pack. So a part of what the power of the purse, if they bring gift cards, we can give those back out to the women as well.
That's amazing.
It is.
And Bonnie, they're all
It's
getting
what-
donated through this event.
What an honor it is to have them as my charity partner. let me
Oh my
tell you.
gosh, how did you come together? How did you bring it all together?
You know what?
Just
I
talking
was
to-
aware of them, but I didn't know them well. And we were just kind of brainstorming as to, because whenever I do one of my events, it's always got to be hooked to a charity. And someone just said, are you familiar with an organization called Dress for Success? And I said, no, I'm not. And I just reached out, got online, called their office, and it went from there.
Yes. And I've known Lenora. I didn't realize it until now. She kept saying Lenora, Lenora. I know Lenora from first. Yes, forever. Yes.
Lenore knows everybody.
Yes, yes. I know her very
my
well.
gosh.
Thank
So
you.
it really is
Just grab your mic.
synchronicity, serendipity, and
Talking to your mic so we can hear you.
it really is synchronicity and serendipity and our generous community coming together.
That's what it's all about.
Yes.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk to, gosh, there's more people here. We're going to talk to everyone. There's even a Botox lady in the house. We've got Bonnie, we've got Joanne, and we've got Linda. So more to come. And of course, Lenore,
And
our
Jason.
longtime friend, and Jason.
Yes. Now, you always leave the guy last. You know,
Sorry.
I noticed you do that.
Sorry, more to come. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Amp Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
There is no way to ignore it. You hear it on the news, online, from your friends and family. What happened to my money? Whether it got hit by falling stocks and bonds, with the coronavirus, shrunk by a floundering 401k with low interest rates, and is riding the extreme ups and downs of the stock market with political elections. Many Americans are worried about their money and how they're going to retire. Help protect your financial future now and call J.D. Melberg for your complimentary book from a leading financial firm that shows you ways not to run out of money whether the market goes up or down. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that can protect your money for a lifetime. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits of annuities from hundreds of top-rated insurers, helping you to find ways to get up to 33% more income in retirement. That's right. 2 books, both absolutely free, for calling J.D. Melberg. Help protect your financial future.
Call 877-643-3015.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties. Open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
South Florida's Good Time Oldies. Now, Boca and Delray Beach have their own oldie station. Catch us on 95.3 FM. It's the greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s. On South Florida's Good Time Oldies, 95.3 FM.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Probably Josh. Wow. That was without warning.
Good stuff. Again, our condolences to Lynn and his
That was
family.
beautiful.
Yep.
Wow, they went way back in the archives.
Yeah, we've known Lynn a long time. I still remember the first time he came in was for a men's group.
Right.
To give support to a men's group. And we sat with him for hours after that first show. Interesting gentleman. He will be missed. All right, so I want to get into the Botox.
Botox Lady and Prestige Singles Meet are two of the sponsors for this amazing event. So you want to go talk to Jason?
Yes,
of
let's talk
the
to Jason
Botox
first.
Lady. Medical spa, there's this word again for you, aesthetics.
Yeah, you throw it at me every day.
He doesn't, Jason, you have to explain aesthetics to Freddie.
Yes, aesthetics means pleasing to the eye, everything with perfection so that it's nice and balanced. So aesthetics in our office is a lot of the facials, peels, lasers, things like that. But we also do all the injectables such as Botox, fillers in the lips, temples. We also do it for people that suffer from migraines, incontinence. So it's also used for sweating. So we see a lot of patients for hyperhidrosis, which is excessive sweating. So Botox, aside for cosmetic reasons, is used in various different modalities at our office.
You use Botox for incontinence?
Yes. That
Men
is
and women?
Men and women it is treated, yes.
Wow. Do you do the injections?
I don't, no. I am one of the owners along with Jessica Lauren, who's the Botox lady. But I, at the office, we have a full staff of estheticians, administrators, clinicians. So, even though if Jessica's busy, we have other injectors now that we have working at our office. So it started as just her being the Botox lady, turned into a full functioning company over the past 5 years.
And how did you get involved with the event?
We got involved with the event. I was approached by Bonnie, and she told me what her and Lenore were getting involved with and trying to pull off. And, I offered my support as well. So we're going to be one of the sponsors there. We'll be at the event. We'll have our injectors there that day. They'll be doing some live Botox. They'll do a demonstration doing lip injections. We'll also have some of our custom products out there.
You're
and
doing
they'll
all
be
this
able
at the event?
Oh, yes.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So, no, when we go out to an event, we do, everything and, give people what, some people aren't familiar with. So they get to either experience it or see other people's getting it done. There's a lot of misconceptions out there. So, they get a chance to get it done by a safe and reliable source.
Where is your office located?
We're located in Fort Lauderdale at Sunrise and the Intercoastal Highway, or in the Intercoastal Bridge. So we have a standalone building there. We've been there for the past 5 years. So
It
yes,
takes
in
a
Fort
Botox
Lauderdale,
party
we
to a whole
actually,
nother level.
I'm sorry?
You take a Botox party to a whole nother
We
level.
do, yes. So we do a lot of off-premises events. We were just at a Rumble Boxing in Fort Lauderdale, did an event with them.
Wow.
We do one with Bonnie a few nights ago. We were giving away free B12 shots at that event. So we try to get out there in the public and, make our presence known. And that's how we were voted best in Fort Lauderdale the past 4 years. And
Because
Yes.
you do wellness as well as aesthetics, and that's what's
Yes.
important.
absolutely, everything's done safe there. We don't, do things that, are risky. We want to make sure that the patient is satisfied and they understand what result they're going to get. We don't overpromise results. We take our time with the patients. We don't overdo them. They want to look natural. Something, that we take pride in is our patients, obviously, results. And, they're a reflection of our work. So we try to do our best on every patient.
That's true. Think about it. Every
Yes.
patient you work with, that's your calling card.
Exactly.
Right?
And we're working on their face. So, people, you can't cut corners. You have to go to a safe and reliable place. And it's not just based on price. It's based on, the injector's ability and the performance of, the other staff that, makes it a company.
Want to get some Botox?
Thank you.
Fillers?
No,
Injectables?
take it easy. Stay on focus.
I'm focused.
This is interesting because it goes with how women and men they have to dress up and they want to feel good about themselves, and he's going to give them.
Yeah, absolutely. Our
ability.
practice is probably 60-40 women, but we see a lot of men, and not just for Botox, for fillers, all the aesthetic procedures, facials, peels. So, it's men and women coming in. Everyone wants youth, and if we can make them feel better by some of the techniques that we have in our office, you see them leaving with a smile on their face, or a lot of times, that facial in the afternoon just brightens up their day, physically as well as mentally.
That's what it's all about. You want to get them to that point. There ain't enough Botox to help me,
That's not true.
as they say.
You just shine on your own.
Yeah, all of that. But it's interesting because I never would have thought that it's this way and this way, and then it's at the end of the day it's this way, which is kind of it's really cool about this whole event. It sort of encircles everything, and the players involved, the people that are involved in here. You're not shy to come in and say, okay, let me see what I can do. We know with the producers that we have, when these kids come in as well, it's not easy with what's going on out there right now. And they have a hard time. We had one of the kids tell us that they're taking him shopping.
Well, because we don't have a strict dress code in here, but it's a level of casual professionalism. And one of it's no shorts. So one of the crew members came in yesterday, and he's brand new. And I said, well, if you're going to work with us, you can't wear any shorts. And he looked at me. He says, but I only have one pair of jeans. I can't afford clothes. So one of the others took his sister thrifting. So she says, I'm going to take you thrifting. Even sweatpants are fine. It's just, it has to be something. But it's hard right now, especially even for college kids, right? Everyone is just trying. That's why what you do is so important. Because kids going out for job interviews or coming out of college and internships, they still have to present themselves the best way forward.
Yes, and sometimes they don't dress the part and they don't get the job for all the wrong reasons. And we got to put an end to that, really. It's got to change.
Because you know what happened? I think COVID made it okay for you not to get dressed. Right? All you needed during COVID was a shirt.
Not even pants.
Not even pants. Right? You could wear sweatpants and a shirt, just take off your pajamas. And then everyone started getting used to remote work, but then the whole world was doing remote work and everyone else, you got to get back to work and you need
Well,
clothes.
it's the psychological damage of what went on so many different levels as well. Loss of confidence, people losing their jobs or having to make the the change and everything else, and then getting your groove back. You know, getting your edge back. You know how many people we've talked to, you got to get your edge back, because even though COVID has passed, it really hasn't, because it's still here. And that's been one of the most troublesome things. I mean, I don't have to tell anybody in here, they can't keep people working in restaurants, you can't keep people working in jobs, and people are just going home because they're just breaking down.
It's tough.
And we talked to a couple of people that are in that business of helping people out. They are so busy right now. The psychologists and everything else, so busy.
But you know what? If you're working on your mindset, right, and you're trying to feel better about yourself, but if you look in the mirror and you don't feel good about yourself, or you don't like you've got maybe skin damage or acne scars, or you feel like you're looking too old for the job market, you don't have the right clothes, then you go right back into that hole. It's a spiral. It's a cycle that
You're not going to
come
try.
out of it, right? It perpetuates.
You're just not going to try. You're going to say, you know what, I'm not doing this.
So as much fun as this event is, and it's so much fun, you're doing so much great work for the community with a whole lot. And listen, Lenore brings fun.
And that is what is important. We're doing work for the community and we're having fun doing it. We're having lots of fun doing it. It's what we all do.
And you're doing so many great things. You're hosting the event.
Hosting the event, you know, I provide the platform, the venue. And when Bonnie said, you know, like, well, you know, we talked about, you know, if there should be a cover charge. Well, no, there can't be a cover charge because we're encouraging everyone that comes to bring something. We want them to bring a handbag. Oh, and I wanted to know, what if people bring clothes? Will we have a box or something that we can put those in? Because people have been asking me about that. If they have clothes like some suits and nice outfits that they're not wearing anymore, can they bring that to the event? Well, I just said yes. So let's get a box.
All right, Joanne, now we need a box.
Thank you, Bonnie. We'll make sure that we have a box there for
We
you.
have to
Thank you
have a
so much.
box.
But you're doing so many other great things for the community. You actually told me today that you're working with Pay School for Girls.
Pay Center for Girls, which is really one of my favorite nonprofits. I do a lot of work with them and for them, and they're very near and dear to my heart. But James Beard has a contest every year, and it is for the James Beard Foundation, and it is called Favorite Chef. And this is a national contest. So I have been in this contest for about 3 weeks now, and they ask you, well, what are you going to do with your winnings? And the winner, national winner, will get $25,000 and a 2-page spread in Taste of Home magazine. And $25,000. Okay, will $25,000 change my life? Not really. But what could I do with $25,000? So Pay Center for Girls and I have partnered, and they believe, and I believe, that families that cook together stay together. So the winnings will provide cooking classes with the girls' families, mothers, brothers, sisters, grandparents, aunts, uncles, to cook together. Families that cook together stay together.
Can you give us some information on PACE?
Pay Center for Girls is an organization. It's a national organization, but the one here in Broward is on Andrews Avenue, and it's a school from 6th to 12th grade. Now, they provide not only education, but mentoring, helping with social skills, also taking them to the next level of careers and college. So it's an all-encompassing empowerment and empowering community for girls before they step into their young adulthood.
You don't realize how important it is to have dinner with your kids, to have mealtime with your kids. And all the psychologists and all the therapists, they make sure there is a family dinner time. Even if you bring it in, that you sit down and you have this conversation. And now my kids are grown, and I did all the things I guess I was supposed to do it, but you forget until they recount what it was like. Do you remember when? Do you remember when we went on vacation, they said, and you'd pack lunches at the breakfast bar because lunch was too expensive in a theme park, so we would take it with us. Things you don't realize make a lasting impact on your kids until they recount it back and you think, wow, I did that. And it's important. So the fact that you're working with these kids to give them a strong foundation of food and family is amazing.
I think that it's how I grew up. I grew up in the kitchen with my family. We all cooked together. We laughed, we lived, we loved. And that is what they can take with their families. And this will proceed generations to come, creating memories that will last a lifetime.
Right, because then they share it with their children. And then it
Exactly.
just goes, like you used to cook with your boys.
All the time. It's funny because I just went to the beach and we didn't cook, but we had a meal together. And they messed up the order, so they only gave us half the order. So everybody instantly shared, and everybody had from each other, and we cut it up and everything else. And you can actually see families that do this even on the beach, because they grew up like yours. I can see your kids and you and Chuck and all of you eating together. And there's a difference. There's a well-known thought that my mother used to say all the time, Freddie, come here, let me teach you how to do something in the kitchen. Because I'm going to tell you, my mother could cook. My sister could cook. My father could cook. Harry could cook. The only one who couldn't cook was me. And they took me in and they taught me the same thing. So I try to teach my boys the same. I mean, that's a wonderful lesson.
It's
Absolutely
a great
the
bonding.
best.
It's a great bonding experience.
Yeah.
So I'm going to encourage everyone that's listening to please. It's through Facebook. So if you go on Facebook and you go to Lenore Nolan Ryan, or you go to Pace Center for Girls, or you even go to Facebook Favorite Chef and vote. And it's important that we as a community come together and bring this home. Vote, share, vote, share. I always tell everybody, you brush your teeth, you vote. You brush your teeth, you vote.
So you can vote as many times?
You can vote once a day.
Okay.
They also have paid voting, and some people are paying to vote. And for every paid vote, you get, for $1, you get 2 votes. And today is double the pay vote.
Oh.
So you get, for every dollar, you get 2 votes rather than just $1 for 1 vote.
It goes to such a great cause.
So bring it home to our community.
That's amazing.
That's right.
And the event is at your location, which is where?
Well, my location is 3311 North Ocean Boulevard. So we'll be doing the cooking classes there. And the event for the Bling for August 11th is at 3311 North Ocean Boulevard, between the bus stop and the barber shop. Another 2 B's. The bus stop and the barber shop, right on A1A, just a little bit north of Oakland Park Boulevard.
It's such an amazing location where you are.
It's right in the center.
Yes.
And we're going to have fabulous cocktails, my watermelon margaritas that are splashed with the little bubbles in the end. Everything gets a bubble splash.
I gotta go.
Everything gets a bubble splash. And lots of tapas, great tapas.
Gotta go.
Affordable, because we want you to bring it all home for the Dress for Success.
So you're paying for the tapas, or is it a cash bar?
It's a cash bar, and you
Okay.
pay for tapas.
All right, because I see it says $5 tapas menu.
Right, and cash bar.
Incredible. All right, we're going to go to commercial break. I'm saving you for last because we got a whole lot of things to talk about, because we're working on a single show.
Oh, good.
So,
Well,
we're
this
gonna-
is definitely serendipity.
So we're saving you for last. Don't think I forgot about you. More to come on the other side of this commercial break on the 1 o'clock hour. Give us a call, 888-994-4995, Studio A, and we'll be right back.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call now.
Todo Bello Balloons is a business that was born out of a passion for creating unique and beautiful balloon designs, including balloon bouquets, balloon arches, balloon columns, and more. We specialize in creating unique and beautiful balloon designs that bring your dreams into reality. We believe that balloons have the power to bring people together and create lasting memories, and we are honored to be part of that experience. Contact us and we will bring happiness to your celebrations with our balloons.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Wow. I thought you lost your bell again. You got Josh's jaw on the floor at the moment.
Yep. I got some news. We got a meeting tomorrow.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, for you thing.
Yeah, I was saying to Lenore during commercial break how I got tired of the word pivoting after COVID. You don't pivot. You've scaled up everything you have done through food. And now you tell me you were just co-authored a book with Jack Canfield, which is like, wow.
Co-authored a book with Jack Canfield.
You talk about manifesting,
pinch
right?
me.
Yes.
Pinch me.
The
I'm
keys to
writing a book of my own. Love is the main ingredient, a memoir, cookbook, and life lessons. So I'm Googling everything about writing and publishing, and his group comes on and says, Lenore, we're doing a 3-day, 8-hour-a-day group, only 10 people with Jack. We think you may be good for it. Submit a manuscript. So I did a dog and pony show, I had lots of interviews, and they accepted me. So then after I was accepted and I had my 3 days with Jack, and he's fabulous, he got in touch with me and said, I'm doing a co-author book called The Key to Authenticity. I think you may be a good candidate. Here's the people to be in touch with. So again, manuscript, dog and pony show, lots of interviews, and they accepted me. So the book was launched 2 weeks ago. Another 20 co-authors plus myself. It's a fabulous book. The name of my chapter is Like Peanut Butter and Jelly, of course.
Of course.
Food.
Food. What's your key to success?
Being authentic is finding your passion, sticking with that, and making that, what you do is you find what you love, and then your purpose becomes sharing it. That's everyone's authenticity, is what you love. Don't go away from it.
Do what you love.
So when you get married, instead of going to the church, you go to a kitchen.
Peanut butter
My
jelly.
kitchen. I cater my own wedding.
And the two people, the futures are they're gonna do a meal, and they're gonna feed all the people
Forget
that
the
came out for
rabbi
their
and the
wedding.
priest. You should go to Lenore's kitchen. And
No,
if you
but
cook
they're
well
gonna
together,
get
that's a
there's
good
gonna be a
mix.
rabbi and a priest or whatever. It's gonna happen at the end, but they're gonna cook a meal.
Well, they have
for
an
all these
apron
people.
on.
And then that's right. And then the rabbi says, "Now I pronounce you chef and
Chef and chief cook and dish and bottle washer.
That's it.
Just
And they get
kidding.
married.
They always got to go for therapy before you get married. You're supposed to go before your priest, your rabbi, and make sure you're
had
on
to
the
do
right
it.
path. You could do this through food.
I did that. I think that's a great idea.
I think food
do
is
too.
better. I think food is better than the
I
thing they put you
agree.
through, because it's more divorce than ever.
I think couples that cook together stay together.
That's what I'm thinking. And you
That's
probably
the
do
show.
that already.
I
That's a
better
good show.
contact the,
You probably do that already.
we do that. We do couples cooking classes.
So why don't we combine your couples cooking classes with your singles, Prestige Singles with Linda Goldfisher?
Good idea. I
Wouldn't
love
that be fun, Linda?
that.
Just hold your mic.
Linda, grab your mic, Linda.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. All right. No, that we have actually put a dating game on the books to be accomplished. it's called a new dating game or whatever it is that we were talking about, because doing it the right way, back in the day, there used to be the dating game. Now what we want to do is we want to do it in restaurants. It's funny that the food thing came up today because restaurants are a good location for these pieces.
Like if you had to make your ex-wife's favorite meal when you were married, do you know what it was?
Poison ivy.
No.
Oh, you mean now or back then?
Back then, when you were married.
Back then, I used to make, the kids used to like a baked chicken they used to make with rice and beans and something on the
And
side.
like, what was your favorite meal?
Probably that. That's the best thing. Mine is pork chops. I like to grill them. I love to grill. And my son remembers that because Freddie's the big chef now, Mr. Griller.
So I think part of the dating game is you know your significant other's favorite food. Maybe it's peanut butter and jelly. Maybe it's girl dinner.
You have to bring it. You have to bring a
Still like
sample.
girl dinner.
You have to bring a sample. So if you're going to do the dating game thing, you have to know that his favorite meal is, and then whoop, and you slip it on the show.
Linda, tell us about Prestige Singles. You are also a sponsor of the event.
I am, and I just want to say, Bonnie, thank you for having me. I feel so blessed to be here with all these accomplished women. Yeah, I have a luxury matchmaking company. It's primarily 50 and older, so my clients are usually divorced or widowed, and it's a private membership. It's a private membership for singles, so I hand select my clients. And a lot of times you think of matchmaking as a luxury, so that's why when she said bubbles, I wanted to get involved immediately. But my passion really is for, I'd heard of Dress for Success, and I was a single mom at one time, and I know what it's like to get back out in the workforce. So when she invited me to be a part of it, I was pleased. And I also was a former teacher, so I know what that's like to get ready for the classroom. So there's just a lot of great things happening with Bonnie's events, and we had met years ago through some mutual friends, and so I was happy to be a part of it. So I'm going to give away one of my high-end matchmaking memberships. So I'm looking forward to meeting.
And how do you do the matchmaking? Because right now everybody's online.
Right.
Swiping and doing and fishing. And
Right. It's
Swiping
all
and fishing.
confidential. I hand select my clients, and I do collaborate with over 900 matchmakers nationally and internationally. So I have clients from all over the world, really. And it's based on, profiles, preferences. I do compatibility indicators, so a lot goes into it. Because, we've all probably had that bad relationship where it's not the right fit, and you waste a lot of time and money and energy in the wrong relationship. And, internet dating isn't what it used to be. It can be a little misleading. People, present the wrong profiles and misleading profiles. So obviously I qualify and screen my clients very well. I do background checks. And
you do it nationally?
I do it nationally. Mm-hmm.
Do you stay in touch with people that meet through your organization for 2 or 3 years, or after they go, you let them go?
I typically do stay pretty close with my clients. I've got several engaged right now, and I've had numerous marriages over the years. It's really a calling. It's not something you usually just wake up and decide to be a matchmaker, but my birthday's on Valentine's Day, so something for that.
All right, so how'd you go from what did you teach?
I taught family and consumer science. It used to be called home economics, so food and nutrition.
Oh, wow.
So I cooked with all my students.
There you go.
So yeah, food brings people together, obviously.
So how did you go from that to matchmaking? Because food brings people together.
Actually, I was in matchmaking. I was going through a divorce, and I got asked to be a matchmaker for a big corporate matchmaking, which is very different from a private boutique matchmaker, which is what I do. And I did that for a number of years, and then I decided I wanted to give back. So I went back to school. I have a bachelor's in family science, and I went back to school to get a post-baccalaureate in education, and I went into the school system and started teaching. And then I also realized that maybe I'm not quite cut out for that, but I went back to matchmaking. Our school system, there's a lot going on in that, especially since COVID. And I did do some substitute teaching recently since COVID. Anything you can do to help those teachers get back in the classroom, take authority, and be able to go in with a positive attitude and feel good to help those kids is really important.
So let me get this: a matchmaker, which is what you are.
Yes.
So you have a guy or girl, or is it girls only?
I try to keep my membership about 50-50. And I have what I call my VIP clients. So those are I really hand select, and And then I have just database members as well. So there's kind of 2 levels of membership.
But do you personally help the VIPs find what they're looking for?
Yes, yes. And it's based on their preferences. I do personality profiles, compatibility indicators, and they get to review the gal's photo and go through her profile with me. And then I'm the concierge, so I set up the date at a select, nice venue, nice restaurants, and they usually just meet for the first time at the restaurant.
Are you there when they first meet, or you just?
I have delivered clients to other people. One of my clients that are married right now, they got married a couple years ago. I actually took her to the venue. It was like an upscale jazz club, and basically dropped her off, and the rest is history. And now they're married.
It must be amazing to be her. You must know a gazillion
I have secrets about everybody in Florida. Yeah, I will go to my grave with those secrets.
She knows everybody and everything. And you must get, like a lot of people say, I want to thank you because I married this person, male, female, whatever it is. It was because of you that you took your time. You must get tons of that.
I get cards, I get gifts, I've
They named their
changed.
first child after you.
I can see that.
But, and it's not even me. Every day I'm like, okay, Lord, help me put the right match together for these people. Because I'm a woman of faith, and I think we take these relationships into eternity.
Yes.
And so they're going to be friends forever now,
But I got to tell you, there are people that just should not pick anything because they're horrible at it. Don't disrespect.
They shouldn't pick anything.
They're just very bad.
Shouldn't pick a partner.
Why are you dating this person? Everything that you hate in life is in this person because sometimes opposites attract, true?
Yes, they can.
But it's a very bumpy road, true?
Yes, and I do offer coaching to my clients. And as a matter of fact, since COVID, I think I should make it mandatory. Everybody goes through the 5 steps of readiness for dating and the mindset.
That's where Lenore comes in.
To date.
Peanut butter to your jelly. You could even have, what's your favorite peanut butter sandwich? Is it with like marshmallow fluff, jelly, like something simple?
Toasted?
I did that
Exactly.
I did that once. I thought it was cute. I made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich to somebody on a first date, and I didn't realize that she was allergic to peanuts. I'm just telling you. What happens, sometimes you try to do the right thing, and sometimes it's the wrong thing. But I can only.
Fun.
Is it easier? And this is the question I want to lead up to. Is it easier to match up a guy, or is it easier to match up a girl?
Oh boy, I could get into trouble with that answer.
I know.
Instigator.
Even a yes.
It depends on the person. I take every client's personality individually, and I cater to their needs.
What do you think's easier?
And their wants.
Girls.
You think it's easier to match
Guys
a girl?
guys are, I don't understand why women date guys. They're from another planet. Seriously, huh?
Mars and Venus.
There'll be no Ken if there wasn't a Barbie. That's the true statement of that, I tell you that. But guys are tough, man. The guys don't even know.
Women are tougher.
No, women, they get confused. But guys are tough.
Is that a longer
Guy-
Did you hear the gallery?
Guys are confused. They don't know when it's daytime or nighttime. They think everything is always whatever. So sometimes we're normal and a lot of times we're not. But girls, they get into the thought of it.
A lot
They go,
of thought.
too much thought.
See, like on Thursday night when you ask a girl out, she wants one thing, but by Saturday night she's totally changed her mind, and then you got to even see if she wants to get dressed to go out. And
No.
the older we get, the more things
No,
change.
the one I like is when you say, get me a glass of water, and they bring you a glass of water. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm still confused on that one, by the way. Because it's a symbolic gesture. It's that you want to do something for someone. So the guy brings a glass of water. He says, you want a glass of water? Yeah, that's not what I'm talking
I
about.
think it's
See?
harder to be a guy because you're like in a no-win situation.
Yes, absolutely.
I think. She's like, she should.
Look at her.
I think it just sometimes you're.
We got to have a little fun with this.
And over 50, forget.
Oh, my
about it.
God.
I think in the 20s it's easier.
I love working with my younger clients.
Do you have younger clients?
I do have younger clients. I just matched. I have an engaged couple right now, in their later 20s, and so single, never married, no kids. Because I want to make sure they are in the right relationship while they're young. Because so many of us, 50%, I guess, are divorced, and I don't want them to ever have to go through that. So I really enjoy working with
Now
younger
your 50s can't be single, never married, no kids.
You know, usually if you are, there's something wrong with you, but not necessarily.
But by the time you're in your 50s or older, most people are, at some point,
Right.
have had a relationship. There's probably kids. There may even be grandchildren along the way.
Right.
Does it complicate it?
It does. It can complicate it a little bit, but I try not to waste my clients' time. If you're the type of grandparent that is on the go all the time and you travel and you know don't see the grandkids a lot, versus someone who's the matriarch of the family and she's with her grandkids 24/7 and babysitting all the time. I take those things into consideration when I'm matching them with the gentleman.
You didn't
vice
say
versa.
you didn't say there's something wrong with you. You didn't just say that, did you? I could have sworn I heard you say that. Oh, okay. Because there's nothing. And some people never want to get married. Some people like the single life. Some people.
No, she said at 50.
No, I heard you say something about there's something wrong with you if you're not married by 50.
And some of my clients don't want to get remarried again. They, but
Absolutely.
everyone has to be looking for a long-term committed relationship and/or marriage,
Not just
just casual dating. You can go online and do all that.
You know,
Tinder,
you
Bumble,
could-
swipe left,
You
swipe
can
right.
live the married life and not be married. I mean, that does exist. You accept that if you're gonna.
And I have clients from all walks of life.
A committed relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
commitment.
you have to want a committed relationship.
committed.
Monogamous. I do only monogamous committed relationships, heterosexual. And not to say there's anything wrong with the other. I would refer you to another matchmaker because there are all types of matching. But I don't want to confuse my clients, by if someone has other lifestyle choices and so forth. So I just
To
do
each his
heterosexual.
own. And everybody
Yeah, to
has
each
their
his own.
preference.
What
Exactly.
do you think the key is to a successful match?
I think their readiness, they've let go of any baggage or unforgiveness from a previous relationship. Their realistic expectations, you've got to take a look at who you are, and what you have to offer. You can't just ask for, you can't be,
I can't get that superstar.
yeah, it's realistic personality-wise and lifestyle-wise. You get to ask for what
Realistically,
you
I
have to
can
offer.
beg.
So
No.
realistic expectations are important. And I think ultimately it's a positive attitude. Going into it, like this is going to be a new adventure and I'm going to be positive and
Do you have
have the right
children?
mindset. I do have children.
What, do you have boys and girls?
I have a combination.
One of each?
I have boy, girl, boy.
Boy, girl, boy. It must be a trip in your house. How old are the kids?
Well, they're grown and gone. But
Okay. It
there
still
was a
must be a
time when I
trip.
would bring them into the office. I'd bring my daughter in. I'd have her enter profiles after I, signed someone up. And
Really?
yeah, she doesn't want anything to do with matchmaking. She
It
went
was-
into the military and
You're a movie. This is a movie. In front
are
of me,
you
I've
then-
seen a movie here.
How is she working with the event, Bonnie?
One of my sponsors.
You're a sponsor.
One of
Are
my
you gonna be
sponsors.
doing profiling at that night?
not that night, but
It could be fun.
I have a little bingo game where people can get to know each other and get to know themselves. I have some other little gifts to give out, little mints that you would take with you on a date, and then I'll have them enter to win a membership, and I may give away
That
too.
kind of
And
fun.
I think I'd like to give a teacher a membership as well.
We'd love to have that.
so-
Thank you.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of
Yes.
I
fun.
know you're gonna have like 3 tables and do speed dating.
Well, if we get enough
Speed
guys
tapas?
to come, we could do a speed dating. I have a whole
What I tell
platform
you about
for
these
that.
guys? What I tell you about these guys? Yo, guys. Guys are like, I'm gonna tell you.
Now that they know where the women are going to be that night, maybe the guys will show up.
Give me an
Yes.
address. What's the address?
3311 North Ocean Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, between the bus stop and the barber shop, 2 blocks north of Oakland Park Boulevard on A1A.
I gotta tell you, guy goes in there, he's single. Let's start there because I don't want to get in trouble. And he sees the person getting dialed up. Go over to the man over there, and she getting pretty,
Botox?
getting all pretty up. I'm gonna tell you something. You see the counselor right here and says, "I want to meet her." A lot of people don't know how to meet people. I gotta tell you,
What
that's
do
a
you do? That's
book.
where you come in.
I go to dinner with my son when he was single. He's married now with 2 kids, but when he was single, and every restaurant in Florida knew, come here, my son just came from Boston, which happened like 6 years ago. He doesn't know the town, would you go out on a date with him? He used to say, Dad, stop doing that, until it started to work.
Yes.
And he started that because they don't know how to meet people. They don't know how to talk to people. But if they go to you and says, hey, I want to meet that chickadiki over here, and he doesn't know how to approach her, which I think is a common problem.
I have gone out with my clients as their wing person.
Wow.
She's a wing person.
But also, I would like to address the fact that, of course, we want married ladies to attend the event, but maybe they have a sister or a mother that they could, enter to win,
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's that too.
Friend,
Absolutely.
yes.
Sounds like a whole lot of fun.
And today's generation, a lot of they're not getting married at, we were married under 30. They're waiting to after 40 now to get married. So when you say 50, because I have 2 daughters, and one of them is 32, and she's still not married because she's in an environment where it's so hard to find and date. So.
And my younger clients, they typically do want to, at some point, get married and start a family and have kids.
Yes,
but a lot of them have thrown themselves into their careers, and then they find themselves in their early 30s or mid 30s. And that's the beauty of it, is the guys get serious at that age too, and that's when they're really ready to meet the one and start a family. So I do enjoy.
But she lives in Atlanta. I'm going to throw her name in the box.
I've got some matchmakers. I have colleagues in Atlanta that I can work with that can definitely find her someone.
Longevity. The older, in my opinion, the older they are, the more the longevity exists, because you have developed things that you want, and you understand an apple is an apple, not an orange. And if you know these things and you communicate with your significant other, it will work. So more power to your daughter at 32. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
I've got 2 women coming in next week, and they're both widows. And they're putting a show together about what it's like and all the questions that are being asked. And I would bet you would be a resource for their show.
Absolutely, sure.
Because,
I would be happy to talk
and
to you.
they're young widows. She said, and people find them. The amazing thing is when you put things out into the universe, not even meaning to, you attract it. So they said, we don't know how all these people have found us, and they're wanting resources, but they have. She said, from women and men in their 20s, all the way up, are looking for what it's like to get back out into the world, and what it's like to be living the single life and raising kids, and back into the dating world, and who wants to get back into a relationship.
It's true,
So
because
we're meeting with them next
in
week.
the country clubs, I live in a country club, and it's 80% widows. And they're up in age, it's 50s, 60s, 70s, they're up in age, but there's a lot of widows in there. And it's just a phenomenon what happens when widows
Getting
get together.
remarried in your 50s, I don't say 50s, but 60s, 70s, when there's ex-spouses and kids and in-laws and grandchildren, and then you've got this whole estate and who's going to get the monies, and then it gets all kind of funky. Because
Unless you don't have no money, then it ain't
I'm
funky
a
at all.
believer in prenuptials.
You are,
There's
you're
nothing
not?
Of course. I do believe in prenuptials.
Oh, okay.
Because your stuff's going to go to your kids and his stuff's going to go to his kids. So
we hear it all here. You're the keeper of the secrets.
So do you encourage that?
I do. Yeah. Unless they're a younger couple, but 50 and over, sure.
Interesting. I was watching Tony Bennett's wife, his current wife. She's much younger than he was. I don't know how old she is, but talk about prenuptials, who knows? But
Yeah, I saw him at Naples, the Naples Artiste, for one of his last performances.
I think tomorrow would have been his 97th birthday, so they're doing a
Wow.
whole
Great
big
performer,
tribute to him tomorrow with his wife and his son, and beautiful woman talking about what it was like. And every morning she said no matter where he was, he would wake up and say, I love you, and every night. And as his Alzheimer's progressed, he still knew enough. He would wake up every morning to tell her, I love you. So touching stories.
Yeah, never go to bed angry.
But you think Alzheimer's, you never know what part of the mind it affects. But he knew his music, and he knew he loved her.
Yes, he knew Lady Gaga.
Pretty
At the end,
spectacular, right?
he changed her life, changed everything, her approach to the music industry and everything else.
But it's all about love.
It is.
But this is so great. Wow, you've got such a great group of people sponsoring the event and
Didn't I?
hosting the event.
And they're all just.
Did you realize how great it was until today?
I'm so honored.
It's even greater now, right?
It is. And I got fabulous fashion. We're going to have an informal fashion show with Sandro's Fashions.
I saw that. They're amazing, too.
They're amazing.
Right around the corner from me.
Out her back door, right into theirs. And Liz Sharp's coming to sing. She works with Blue Jeans Blues, sings at Blue Jeans
I
Blues.
think this is a Sandra, which is so funny.
Is it? Yeah.
Wait a minute. You have backdoor stuff happening in the back, something
Well,
else?
they've invited.
They're going to have to come through the back door,
Yeah.
through the kitchen.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Wow, there's all sorts of. What else you got going here? You got like maybe a car sales or something. You got all sorts
You
of stuff.
just don't know. It'll be amazing.
Yes, anything can happen.
Anything.
How many people can you hold there?
Full.
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 That's a good answer.
And
Capacity.
Sandro said overflow. invited into their store for some wine as well.
Exactly.
There's a
So we're
wine
gonna
store
have some
too?
fun.
Sandra's a clothing store, but they
Right,
don't
right
have
around the corner.
wine.
That's what I thought.
Oh,
That's
the
on the
most
corner. Man,
beautiful
that's a
line
big,
of
that's a
clothing I
big
have
jump.
ever
Look on the
seen.
corner.
I'm leaving here next Friday night. I'm heading down there.
Oh yeah.
Wow, this
We got
thing
about
has
You
like
are
a lot
invited.
of room.
You are invited. Please come.
Yeah.
You got a lot of rooms in this thing. So the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th, you're going to be busy. This is really good. Such a good cause. Anything for teachers, I'm all in to help with that as well. Because
Just for helping with the community, get back to being the community.
I'm a-
That's
And
what's so
can
important.
I say something? I
Please.
really want to thank you, Bonnie, because Bonnie, I've known Bonnie for 20 years when I was in my location in Lauderdale by the Sea. And we have done many things together, but Bonnie always comes first and foremost with the biggest heart of what she's planning and what she wants to do. It's always about finding the charity that's going to make it right.
Sure is.
It is. From
Power.
four-legged to
From
two-legged.
four-legged to two-legged.
And on that note,
What
I'd
she
like
means
to
by
thank
that
all of
is
you
I've
for what
been
you're
doing
doing for
Pet
Dress for
Rescue
Success.
fundraiser for the last 2 years called Paws on the Patio as well.
I think that's where you met her, because I think we interviewed her once for Paws on the Patio up in Delray.
it's somewhere. Did you ever do any interviews at iHeartRadio?
No, I haven't. no.
Where in the Delray, you think? It had to be somewhere.
Yeah, Mom was thinking it was like at Anthony's Coal Fire. We
We
did
did
something
there
for
something as well.
Paws for something like that.
Well, you will remember, because
I don't know. You've got a cute little friend with you too. I forgot because
Oliver.
Oliver's so quiet.
Yeah,
Is he a
he's
little
busy
chihuahua?
sleeping.
You didn't even realize we had a dog in the studio.
I did not.
Little Oliver's right
Hello,
here.
Oliver.
That was a very well-mannered dog.
How good is he? How old is
Yes.
Oliver?
Oliver's 3 now.
And puppy they have for
3
you.
and
Yeah.
that quiet.
Yeah.
How'd you get him so trained?
I got him at 6 weeks old, so he's always been with us. He comes to the office every day. He gets to see everybody, and he's just used to relaxing and just watching what's going on.
He's just hanging.
Yep.
Wow.
Chill dog. Chill Oliver.
Incredible.
Got to tell you, it's a good cause, and I applaud everything that you ladies and gentlemen are doing for the cause. I think she wanted to say something.
Yes, I was just going to say I want to thank all of you. So thank Bonnie for inviting us. Thank you for having us on. Dress for Success. Without the community, we would not be able to do what we do. So we want to thank, when someone reaches out to help, we want to thank you and let you know that the women really appreciate all that is being done. And we could not do it without the community.
Tell me how Dress for Success works, other than the teachers and what you're doing right now. For people that want to come get clothing, can they come? Or do you have sale prices, or people can come purchase, or it's only for an event?
Well, we're open Monday through Friday and twice a month on Saturdays. A person can come in for a mock interview. We, like I said, we suit them from head to toe. We also provide job readiness, where we have coaches who are volunteers, many of them who have been in the HR field or who've been principals, et cetera, who will come in and provide coaching for the women. We do mock interviews. We teach them how to sit for the interview, how to speak, how to walk. We have imaging consultants who come in. We have someone who provides free services that comes in and do their headshots for LinkedIn. We help to put them on LinkedIn. We help them with their resume writing. So we do anything that can prepare them to land the job that they want. And we often tell them, dress for the job that you want, not for the job that you have. So we're about trying to, and when I say dressing them from head to toe, meaning that we want to make sure that their makeup is right, we want to make sure they have on the right outfit, we want to make sure their accessories are right, purse is important to walk in with, and make sure that your shoes, your purse, everything is matching and on point.
And I had heard, not through your organization, but different charities that are looking for the toiletries for women and the female hygiene products. Are you looking for that as well?
Yes, that's part of what they can put in the purse. We like makeup that is new, toiletries, because we want to prepare them for that as well. A lot of times when they're going back into the workforce, as I share with you, they're having to borrow funds, some of them. And we, we deal with women from all levels, from low income to high income. And so many of them sometimes will, 60% a lot of times, maybe from that low to mid income, and may need the toiletries when they first start out. And they need that employment pack to have that gas card and that lunch money.
Oh, it's so amazing what you're doing. All of you ladies and gentlemen over there, what everyone's done for the community is spectacular. Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, see where we're going to go from here.
Okay.
More to come. 888-994-4995, Studio A. Stay tuned.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently, and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? We can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents or having to waste time showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your house to foreclosure. If you have equity in your home, we'll buy your home and give you cash within days, all in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call now before your situation gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just need anymore and get the cash you need today. Call this number now.
Call 855-348-5925. That's 855-348-5925. Again, 855-348-5925.
Tax audits, tax liens, wage garnishments.
Every day we hear stories like this about good folks who are simply struggling to pay their bills. Each of them are living a frightening IRS tax nightmare, and they are afraid it will destroy their lives.
I'm a divorced single mom, and my ex-husband left me and the kids with a lot of unpaid bills, including unpaid taxes. I was really starting to show my stress on my kids because the IRS had sent me a letter demanding a huge payment from me. I couldn't afford it. So then the IRS was threatening to garnish my wages. I'm already living paycheck to paycheck. That would have put me over the edge financially.
It truly seemed hopeless, but then a friend at work told her to call the tax relief line.
The people at the tax relief line, they told me about something called innocent spouse relief. They worked it out so that all of the taxes from my ex are not my problem. I don't know how that works, and I don't care. All I care about is that I don't owe the IRS a dime, and they are not going to take my paycheck.
Even if it seems hopeless, you should call the number on your screen right now. There is absolutely no cost for the call or the consultation. You are under no obligation. If you are worried that the IRS could garnish your wages, seize your assets, even take your home, call us right now. The Tax Relief Line is here to help you. Now, you have a knowledgeable, professional team of tax experts that are ready to negotiate with the IRS and fight for you to save you money. The Tax Relief Line's professionals have successfully negotiated thousands of cases, reducing and sometimes even eliminating the tax debt for their clients. It's very easy to get started. Simply call the number on your screen right now. You don't have to live in fear anymore. The call and the consultation are free.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to StephanieJaffeArt.com.
If you've been injured in an accident that's not your fault and you don't have an attorney, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions and tell you what your case is potentially worth. Hi, I'm Gina along with spokesman Rob. So Rob, tell the folks at home who should call right now.
Just like you said, Gina, anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault, you don't have an attorney, give us a call right now. We're going to answer all of your questions and we'll let you know what your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Rob. You heard it, folks at home. Pick up the phone, call now.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call now.
Hey Kaylee, what's up?
Hey, nothing, what's up?
Nothing, just looking for music for Grandpa I listen to while we're in the car.
What's wrong with listen to now?
let's just say we have different tastes, you know?
Why don't you try listening to a podcast on Spotify?
Like which one?
The Broken Cafe Studio one is really good.
Oh, okay, I'll try that one out. Thanks.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought. You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You're not just one damn thing.
And we're back.
Or is JoJo. Denise Marsh, if you are still watching, she's like, I'm a teacher, first grade teacher. Give Dress for Success a call, 561-249-3898. And I think Joanne told me 3 outfits?
If you're a new teacher, 3 outfits.
Grab a mic.
Grab your mic.
Yes, if you are a new teacher just starting out, this is your first year, we will suit you with 3 outfits. And if this is your if you're not a first year teacher, we would dress you with an outfit for your first day back to class.
All teachers.
All teachers, we're there, student teachers until August 4th.
No
But you can
brainer.
come anytime, but August the 4th, right now, you can get the rewards and the swag bag and all the gifts that we have for you. So,
That's a no-brainer.
thank you.
And Denise is the host of a new show called Gypsy Soul, which is starting tomorrow night at 5:30. She's a writer, she's an author, she teaches first
She's a
grade.
teacher.
Yes, she is.
And she has friends.
Yes, she does.
Denise, you're watching because I know she watches every show.
She's writing in that.
Denise,
she
invite your
wants to go.
friends.
Bring I want all the 900 teachers.
Pretty amazing, right? I don't know. It always seems to work in this vortex.
And I
we
can tell
have.
you, if Denise tells you she's going to bring teachers in, she's going to bring teachers in. I'm going to tell you. That lady is nothing. You got to check out.
I got to get her
Gypsy
down
Kid.
to your event somehow.
You got to check her out. This chick she's aces. She's unbelievable.
Denise,
She
we're
does what
looking
she
forward
says.
to having you, and bring the teachers, have them call so you can get your appointment in. We're doing this for the rest of the week.
I was a teacher. Did you know that?
7, I know her 12 years, and I found out last week on a show that she was a teacher. I never knew that.
Because you're a teacher?
That's what I said a few things. That was something. I felt so stupid. but we're all teachers, Dawn. You just happen to have a degree.
Yes.
This is you're a teacher.
See, it also goes back to school and educating. I don't know what I learned in school, but what you have all put together is incredible. Every single bit of it. What's your next event you're working on,
That's what
Bonnie?
I was going to ask.
Another one of these.
At Lenore's?
Hope so. Yeah, this is my my launch, and hopefully it's going to be a series.
Always invited. Always invited.
You do
Thank
all
you.
kinds of marketing and promotion.
I do.
Okay. Sounds good. We can do a single show, a whole lot of fun.
A single show. We're back to that again.
Single show. How do you eat your peanut butter? What's your favorite peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
There's different ones.
How would you make a peanut butter? Yes.
I go slap, slap, eat.
Like, are you crunchy? Are you smooth?
Really?
Are you strawberry versus grape?
Does it,
Thank you.
does it matter?
Yes.
Yes.
It does?
The crunchy
Sure.
with the grape.
There's a crunchy peanut butter?
Yes.
In my house, crunchy
Yes.
meant it was bad.
No, there's crunchy versus smooth.
Man, throw that bad boy out.
It was different in the Bronx, huh?
In the Bronx, we used to have crunchy.
White bread versus wheat bread, Wonder Bread, crust, Uncrustables.
Right.
What are you talking about? We're lucky we had any bread.
Ask Josh,
And
he'll
how do
tell
you
you it's
cut
the
it?
Uncrustable peanut butter and jelly in a box. See?
You know, when my mother used to say, I'm going to put this, you eat it. It's there. Take off the edges? Why would you take off the edges?
Jason, how do you eat your peanut butter and jelly sandwich? With the edges.
Of course. It's a
Crunchy or
guy.
smooth?
Wasn't it Runaway Bride with Julia Roberts, where they were supposed to, they had to know how they like their eggs. It was an egg thing.
See?
Soft or over easy, scrambled. So if you don't know someone well enough to marry them, you should know
You should
how
know
they
that
like
at
their eggs
least.
if you're going to marry them.
It's important, right?
It is.
Oh, that must be some date. I got to learn how you eat your eggs.
You know,
Otherwise, we're not going to make
You
it.
know, like girl dinner, sometimes I'll just take a
Oh, we're back to
spoon
this.
of the peanut butter. And then if you can just dip it in the jelly, you don't even need the bread sometimes, it's just a scoop.
Right.
So you're one of those people, you go to your house and you give them the jelly and it has all that
I don't give
peanut
it to
butter in
anybody
it.
else.
Uh-huh.
And then they made, what was it, the goop? Was it the
Oh,
goobers?
the
or
one that has it all mixed?
the
yeah,
whole mix?
goop, Yeah.
And then they say that's like sacrilegious because you actually have to choose the peanut butter, the smooth, the crunchy, and the jelly. You should not buy the mixed.
Why?
See that? It's a whole science, the
It's just
peanut
a
butter and
shortcut.
jelly.
Ugh.
Which
You
is
know,
funny that that's the
it's
name
a
of your
ritual.
chapter.
It's a ritual, of how you take the peanut butter out. Do you use a knife? Do you use a spoon? Do you put the jelly on first and then the peanut butter, how you do it on both sides of the bread? How do you cut the bread? Is it a diagonal? Is it a triangle?
You cut
do you
the
keep the
bread?
crust on?
Why would
Is
you
it
cut
a
the bread?
square?
Cut
Is
the
it little
sandwich.
squares? Do you make 4 little pieces?
Right? Did you
You
make like
use a knife
cutouts for
with
your
jelly?
kids?
Hard
Yeah.
cookie cutter.
You
How
guys
did you
use
do it?
a spoon. A jelly don't stay on no knife.
I would take a bite of bread, a scoop of peanut butter,
Right,
scoop
there you
of jelly, and
go.
just eat all
Jason's
three.
got a whole nother way of doing it.
You take a loaf
I
of
didn't even
bread.
bother putting it on the bread.
No.
I
Thank
just
you,
took a
Justin, the
scoop of each
spoon.
in my
Me
mouth
and you grew up in the same
Thank you,
building.
exactly.
We had the
that.
bread and the jelly and the this
saltine.
and the spoon
On the saltine. He must
on
have
a
grown
Ritz
up.
cracker. Everything sits on the
See,
Ritz. We
we're going
had a
back to the
show.
Ritz.
We're going
Everything
back
sits
to the
great.
Ritz. You know
Everything.
that that is your favorite above all?
The Ritz.
The Ritz. So you remember what I had when you all came.
Yep.
And we had that lovely afternoon lunch. Everything was on a Ritz.
It's the best. You can't go wrong.
Every tapas there was Ritz cracker was part of it.
It's true. You do a whole show on peanut butter
You
and
don't
jelly.
use a spoon for your jelly?
No,
You
I
gotta
always wondered
shoo.
why it never stayed on the knife.
That's
Never
because you're a
occurred
rookie.
to me.
You're a rookie. You gotta learn how to scoop it up and spread it around.
But I was big on the marshmallow fluff in my crunchy
Ugh.
peanut butter.
I couldn't stand it.
The
Ugh.
marshmallows.
I
And
don't like
banana.
And
Banana and peanut butter.
Josh,
Banana.
how do you eat your
That
peanut
was
butter and
Elvis.
jelly?
That was Elvis.
Josh or me?
I'm sorry, Zach.
Oh.
I looked at you and said, Josh, do you eat peanut butter?
I don't eat, well, I eat peanut butter, but not peanut butter and jelly.
No, it's a.
age don't eat peanut butter.
You should try it because it's really good. Put spaghetti on
He
it.
doesn't like the textures.
Put spaghetti.
He's a
the
texture
noodles.
kid.
Put the noodles in there. Give you a little texture.
He's a texture kid.
Put noodle. I'm telling you, have peanut butter and put spaghetti in it. I tell you, you're gonna love
That's
it.
like pad thai.
Well, then you're
Yes.
taking it to a little Asian flavor.
A little
That's
Asian
like
do
pad
ya?
thai, right? They do it.
What?
Pad thai.
What?
Really?
Pat who? Pat Benatar Thai. I don't know what you're talking about. This spaghetti.
Asian noodles.
Right, pad thai.
You know, when you were growing up in the South Bronx,
Spaghetti
you
and peanut
ate what
butter.
there was.
Here's the funny thing. You can take spaghetti and peanut butter in the Bronx, or you can make pad thai at Lenore's,
Right.
and it's essentially the same thing.
You've got it exactly
Well, that's right.
right.
That's that noodles with the peanut butter sauce, right? Is that what it's called?
Exactly the
Is
same.
that called pad thai?
Yes.
Wow, I was taking pad thai when I was 10. I was making my own.
Way before your time.
I love it.
So you've had peanut butter and spaghetti?
Yeah, that's pad thai.
No, it's
Pad
pad
thai?
thai.
Would you like some pad thai?
I've never heard that.
Well, you have in an Asian restaurant, if you've ever ordered pad thai or had something with a peanut sauce.
It's delicious.
See?
You see? You see? And I show you how to save money on
You can
making.
do like a whole Freddy's cooking school.
I used to put stuff together. I told you, we used to, whatever there was
Pound
what we
cake
ate.
and tuna fish.
I did that too. And people don't like it.
Pound cake sandwiches with tuna fish.
Interesting.
What about the mayo sandwiches? You take bread, mayonnaise, piece of bread, piece of cheese, another more mayo, and the top of the bread, and whoop. And you had to have one of the ends. See, in my house, they used to fight for the ends of the
What are
bread.
they called? The butts?
The butts, la copa. And if somebody had to eat the copa because, you know, it doesn't have any edges, it's like really strange.
It's all an edge.
Yeah.
The
All
end
on
is
edge.
All edge.
Did you guys like the ends or no?
I do.
No. You ever have Italian bread?
See, I don't think the ends count as bread. So, like, if you're counting points for Weight Watchers or calories, the ends don't count because they're thinner, they're smaller, they're just like extra.
It's just crust. There is
Exactly.
no calories in
There's
crust.
no calories. It's just an added extra. So you can eat that while you're making a sandwich. It doesn't count.
What is
And if you eat it standing up, it doesn't count at all.
What is wrong with you?
Dawn's World of Food.
You take Italian bread. You take white beans. You know white beans?
Love it.
And you put it inside the Italian bread, and you have that bread with beans. I thought my father was insane. We used to go work in construction, and there was nothing to eat, and he gave me that. I'm gonna tell you, it's pretty freaking good.
It's delicious.
It is. You had it?
Yes. White beans. I always put some onions and a little seasoning and olive oil
You
and
have to
a
get so
splash of vinegar, but
complicated.
it's delicious.
She makes pad thai. You make peanut butter and spaghetti.
And you gotta mix it all up. It's delicious. It's the best you ever had. Just mix it all up.
A lot of
What
fun.
other wacky stuff? You have a wacky dish?
Me?
Yeah, not you. You put everything in the freezer.
No, I'll usually eat it off a spoon like Jason does. I usually just stand and eat at the counter. Have you seen the girl dinner on TikTok? So there's this whole trend called girl dinner.
Oh, you ladies don't know
And
this?
it's kind of like, what would you eat if you're by yourself? And you don't have to feed a family, a spouse, a significant other. It's girl dinner. It's all. They even have a song about girl dinner, and it's all over the internet of what girl dinner is. And everyone's girl dinner is different. Some is like a Ritz cracker and cheese and meat. some might be standing in front of the sink with a spoon of peanut butter and jelly. It's what is your go-to. And it's only what's in your refrigerator or your pantry. You don't go out and get it.
You don't buy it.
It's what do you have?
Gotta have it.
The girl dinner chef. Thank you. That's exactly my cooking skills.
And I'm going to walk into a restaurant one day, and they're going to have that on the menu.
Girl dinner.
Like a spoon of peanut butter and jelly and a Ritz cracker with something. You know, it's like that food thing that you take when you had a bad day or
They
whatever.
say a guy's dinner is like bourbon or a beer.
No. How come we always drinking? You're making us out to be drunks.
Peanut butter and
No,
spaghetti.
peanut butter and spaghetti.
So what would be your go-to girl dinner?
Cheese and ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese, okay.
Do you roll it up?
Yes, I'll roll that.
You roll it up and you have like 6 of them ready to rock and roll?
Yes.
Oh, man. You ever do that?
After bread.
No bread?
No bread, just roll it
Ritz.
up. Ritz.
I didn't know that Ritz rolled.
No. You have the ham and cheese, you roll them up.
I know what you're
And
saying.
then you have the Ritz on the
Well,
side.
we can
put a
crumble
little
the
mayo
Ritz,
on
though. We can crumble the Ritz, though, and put it in the middle.
That is.
That's what she did.
It's interesting, isn't
I know,
it?
but that messes up.
You're going to try it tonight.
Yes, I will.
Linda, what's your girl dinner?
Probably just meat and cheese.
That's what most is. Then you can have the Ritz on
With
the side.
lettuce, I'll do the lettuce wrap.
What kind of meat?
Instead of the bread.
What kind of meat?
Salami.
You like salami?
I like salami. I'm not even Italian.
Wow, you're the first person I know in Florida to eat salami. The hard salami?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a
You like salami? The hard salami. The one that you have to take the thing off the round?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, usually I get it in the
Seen the
deli.
closer
They've
one.
already sliced. Usually I get it in the deli. They've already sliced it. But I do. We call that summer sausage in the Midwest.
Summer sausage.
Summer sausage, where you slice it and you got to take the peel off. Yeah.
My sisters say salami or bologna, because my bologna has a
Had a
first
first
name.
name.
Yeah. And they take a piece of cheese on it and you slap that on the bread.
But growing up, we would make toast, and then we'd put butter and jam, and then the salami and cheese. That you could do that for breakfast.
Whoa, butter, jam, salami, and cheese. I
You gotta have the butter because
What's
it
the
melts
difference
into
between
the
jam and
toast.
jelly?
Wiggles.
Don't say it.
Jams has the preserves with the chunkier bits of fruit, right?
Must
Jelly's-
be
jelly's
jelly.
just cooked off syrup with sugar.
So jam
Correct.
has the
Cooked
fruit
up.
in it?
Am I right, Little?
Yes, you're absolutely right. Always right.
Must be jelly, because jam don't move that way, right?
That's
Then
right.
he goes right.
I'm a
there.
jam girl. I prefer my jam.
Because you're from the Midwest.
Yes. I mean, I've made jam. I'm sure you've made jam.
Yes.
Yes.
What's your
With whatever
cherry jam?
leftover there is. I mean, it can be tomatoes. Tomato jam.
Tomato
Delicious.
jam.
Wow. What's your girl dinner? What's your go-to?
I always have some kind of leftovers, so it would be, I've always got roasted tomatoes, roasted little grape tomatoes with a lot of olive oil. I always have goat cheese. I always have these crackers that I get at Fresh Market that have all these seeds on them, and I have arugula. That's like, and I could just stand up and eat that or put it on a plate and display it really beautifully.
See, we're
and-
always standing up and eating.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Always.
always eating, as I'm putting the plate together, I'm always eating a few. And like I said, that doesn't count.
It does not count if you're
does
standing
not
and
So,
eating.
so,
That I learned.
so a late night snack, what do you do for a late night snack?
Go to the, probably a little, like a little granola bar.
A granola bar. I thought I was going to be hearing shrimp and caviar and granola
No,
bar.
not my late night snack. My late night snack is just something I need, like before I go to bed, to lay my head down to rest.
A granola
So I
bar.
need a little something sweet, but I don't really want to do something that's a lot of sugar. And I like texture, so it can't be soft. It has to be crunchy. So that kind of like little couple of bites of granola bar. Take a couple of bites and then that's all I eat. Put that in the fridge, and then the next night I'll have it and it'll be cold, which I even like
Finish
better.
it.
I'm going to tell you, the peanut butter and spaghetti thing cold next day is pretty good. Too. It's really
like
good.
cold
That's
Chinese
a pad
food.
thai salad.
That's really good stuff.
Bonnie, what's your girl dinner?
So this has to be something that's in the fridge, right?
Yep. Or the pantry.
Or the pantry. I'm with you. I'm a Ritz cracker girl.
Are you?
I didn't know that
Oh
about
God,
you.
I love them. So what I do, I've always got ham. I always got ham in the fridge of some sort. So I would put a little piece of ham on it with some mayo, and that's a little salt and
That
pepper.
is the. You take the cheese and you cut up into
And the
quadrants.
cheese,
and
sometimes
slap a little
cheese if
bit
I
on
got it. I could
She
eat the
know
whole.
what she's
I could
talking
eat the
about.
whole sleeve.
The whole sleeve.
I could.
No, I do.
could.
The whole sleeve.
I
There's-
do.
I mean, they're like
You got to have a sleeve. You can't leave. You
They're
can't
inf-
leave Ritz behind.
they're infectious.
The whole sleeve.
I could. I don't, but I could.
It's funny because they brought in these little mini
The little
sleeves,
mini ones.
right? So I'm in the back and I'm having two. This
I
is- I
know.
don't have a mini sleeve.
With mayonnaise in between.
Yep, mayo, little ham.
I can't eat
little
like that no more.
cheese.
Are you Puerto Rican?
Yes.
You just eat like Freddie? Jason
Yes.
eats Freddie. You Puerto Rican, Jason?
Anybody loves rich like that, Jabby Puerto Rican.
My mother's Irish and my father's Jewish.
Guess not.
You're an Irish Puerto Rican.
I'm an Irish
Jewish Puerto Rican
Irish Jewish. Nope, doesn't even count.
Jewish. Listen, it's all good. And it's funny because
And a Canadian.
We went to a restaurant to eat, right? Because people don't know how to eat. You know, you eat pizza with a knife and a fork?
No.
Anybody eat? You do? I do. Ladies, you eat pizza with a knife and a fork?
Yes, it depends on the knife.
You gotta roll that
Gotta
bad
roll
boy
it.
up.
Roll
and
it and eat it.
This way, like they do in New York. And sometimes you slap two of them together and you roll it up. So we go to this restaurant, and they made me buy this burger.
We made you.
Yeah, they said buy the burger. And I bit into this thing, and all the juices are going down my arms. So somebody took a camera. Who was it, Alana? And they're taking movies of me, of the stuff, and they put it in slow motion. And I'm like, yes, yes. And I'm wearing it home. I'm like loving it. Because you got to love what you eat. You got to love food. You got to love
still have
life.
it on the machine. I got to look for it. The Freddie hamburger drip.
The drip, that's what they called it.
They called it the drip.
The drip. And you watched it dripping. They were like, you remember the Heinz ketchup? It was like, wait for it. And then went, boom, right off.
Steak and eggs. Anybody want steak and eggs in the morning? Steak and eggs? Steak
Jason?
and egg guy? Steak and eggs?
Absolutely.
You're from the Bronx, right? You got to be from the Bronx.
Me or him?
You.
Toronto.
Toronto, the Bronx, yeah.
Toronto, the Bronx.
It's on the corner of Montgomery.
Irish Jewish from Toronto, no.
Well, you have
Canadian Irish
steak and
Jew.
eggs, right? You take it over easy or you take them sunny side up?
Over.
Because you want the drip. You
Over.
want the steak
You
and
gotta-
the drip
you
and
gotta-
the whole night, right?
You got to dip the steak in the egg yolk.
Of course. You would never eat that.
No.
You're too proper. Pizza with a knife. I looked at her.
No,
the
I
other-
used to use my fingers and I just rip everything
No, now you're
apart.
doing that.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna put a hot pizza in your fingers.
Well, we're not going to put it in my mouth.
No, you're
That's
gonna.
when you get that cheese bubble burn in your mouth. You do that too.
Oh, you've done that too. You gotta into the food because the food is getting into you. So you gotta get into the food first.
We so digress. All right, Bonnie, tell us about the event, where it is, when it is.
Everyone is invited, and it's just going to be the most fabulous, glitzy, girly fundraiser featuring all things beauty inside and out.
Bubbles and bling and Botox.
Beauty, Bubbles, and Bling on Friday, August 11th from 6 till 9.
And Jason, what do you do at the Botox Lady? You don't do the injections, you do,
No,
you do
I
aesthetics?
just supervise everything.
Okay.
All the back end work, make all this type of stuff happen.
Make it all possible.
Yep.
They have to call to make an appointment for your place.
Yes, they can call 833-FL Botox.
There you have that.
You got it. And when you do it, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go to a qualified technician like the Botox Lady, because you can go to a mall, you can, and
No,
if they
a lot
hit
of
a nerve,
fly-by nights out in South
don't
Florida.
do it. There's way too many things that can go wrong if you don't go to someone who's quality and qualified trained.
That's right. So if you see a guy in a parking lot outside of Macy's and says, "Come here, let me give you a Botox," baby, in the parking lot, don't do that.
Don't do it.
Don't do it, because that's the worst thing that you can do outside the parking
All
lot.
right. If you're a teacher or you're going on a job interview, contact Dress for Success with Joanne. We've got Lenore with us, and of course, always the most fun catering, the best place to hang out, and Prestige Singles. That's a whole lot of fun.
Prestige Singles, if you're looking for that significant other, give her a holler.
You
I'd
can
like to
dial
find
1-800-ROMANTIC. It will ring
1-800
right
Is
to
that
my
what it
cell-
is?
It will ring right to my cell phone.
1-800-ROMANTIC.
What do you think that vanity number cost?
Can I ask you a question?
You don't want to know.
I know.
Can I ask a question? Guy and girl, two different answers. A woman asks you, "Were you ever romantic?" Is that like a backhand insult?
That means you're not now.
Is that what they mean? Instead of just saying, you're not romantic, they say, "Were you ever romantic?"
Yeah.
So if a guy asks that to a girl, is that another backhand slap? Because guys aren't very bright, so
Yeah.
it's not an insult when a guy says it
Not,
to a
not,
girl.
yeah, it is.
It is?
Yeah, it means you're not romantic now
Are you
either.
ever romantic?
Yeah.
Because
that's
that means you're not seeming to be romantic now.
That's
you're
what a
seeming
woman's
emotionally
perspective is.
detached.
But guys say
Emotionally
to a
detached
woman,
people are
were you ever romantic? They
Therein
don't mean
lies
it.
the problem.
Have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Wow.
That's what we need to be talking about, peanut butter and jelly.
That's why the name of your chapter is Peanut Butter and Jelly. Now
Exactly.
you have it in my head. We should do a whole peanut butter and jelly. They did actually a study on crunchy versus smooth and all the different brands.
There's a crunchy?
All right, you ready to wrap this up?
Let's wrap it up.
It has been a pleasure to have you all join us. Thank you so much for spending your time. I'm looking forward to going to the event next Friday. Maybe I can take one of our camera people with me to do some film. Maybe I'll take Nikki.
Take all the single girls in the house.
See who wants to come with me.
And take all the married people too. Take them all. Let's take everybody. Everybody go. Everybody jump in the bus.
We're
Let's
going
do
to leave you
this.
here with G-Man.
No, I'm going with G-Man. You leave me with G. G-Man, you hear this?
I hear.
So you got a show on Friday night. We can come afterwards.
I'm pretty sure it's not going to turn into a pumpkin if we get there a half hour late.
Anytime?
We will still be going.
I bring some Ritz. I'll be riding in with the
I'll
Ritz,
have it
baby.
there for you, and you better believe it.
She will.
Invite your friends. If you can't make it, send a friend.
She will.
That's another good idea.
Absolutely.
Send a friend. If you're coming, bring a friend.
I'm going to
How's
bring my
that?
sister and Leah.
Oh, I gotta go. That's the party right there. Her sister and
She lives right there, absolutely.
Hey, they're
All right,
party
then.
people right there. Nice people.
All right, let's have a great afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
Check
you.
out
Thank
on
you.
Thank you.
Friday
Thank you for having us.
for a charity event to support Dress for Success. We'll put the flyer up on our social media posts. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other, and we'll see you tomorrow. 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.